Recently, I visited Vcare Aesthetics clinic in TNagar for a skin consultation with Dr. Subhashni. Before I went in, I sanitized my hand and I was also asked to fill a form, post which I was taken into the consultation room. After examining my skin, I came to know so much about how to take care of my skin. So doctor, on Instagram, I asked my followers to ask you questions about skin and hair, and there are hundreds and hundreds of questions, but I've picked a few for to ask you today.
Okay.
So most asked question is about acne. How is it formed? Is there any remedy for it? And will dandruff cause acne and more?
Okay.
So why don't you tell them about acne?
Sure. See, acne is predominantly hormonal related problem. So what happens is, generally when everybody who is going through puberty age, when they reach that puberty, it starts off like, no. So what happens during that time is we have certain hormonal changes which is happening in our body, which tends to trigger our sweat glands a bit. So due to that, what happens, there will be excessive sweat in that, and that sweat attracts dust, dirt, and it clogs our natural skin pore, which is supposed to be open, and it has to be breathable. So what happens when it clogs the pore, it causes infection to happen. That is what is acne. So yes, dandruff, as many people have now, so there is lots of awareness among people, like they tend to understand what is causing now, because we have technology getting advanced right now, so it is predominantly because of dandruff which is causing. Yes, dandruff adds to the problem, you can say, and means it triggers the problem. Already if you are prone to get acne, that is, you have a hormonal slight hormonal imbalance, and then you have your skin little bit oily, then if it is an oily skin, you are definitely prone to get acne. So in such cases, whenever you are treating for acne, it is mandatory that we, in our treatment protocol, when they come with acne, no matter they have dandruff or no, we give a scalp clearance session. Okay, so the scalp therapy is basically meant to keep your scalp hygiene, and it also helps in strengthening your roots and stimulating your roots at the same time, whereby you will, even if you don't have acne also, it will also prevent you from not getting that problem, okay, dandruff. So this particular whatever we are using, the scalp therapy as well as the acne treatment, okay, acne treatment predominantly aims here with balancing the sebum secretion. Always what happens generally when pimple is there, people tend to use too much of pimple care products. They use anti-acne soaps, they use anti-acne face washes and all, so generally what happens, it dries up your skin. Too much of drying up your skin again gives a signal to your brain where it is too dry, and it starts, your body has a natural response, it starts producing too much oil, which again triggers your acne 4 times more than what it was earlier. So these are small mistakes we generally tend to do when we buy over the counter. Always when you have a problem, it is better to take advice of a dermatologist or a proper person, cosmetologist on this, and then go ahead with that. So we have fantastic treatments for that, where we have stem cell based acne therapy which helps in controlling the sebum levels, and we have fantastic peels which helps in balancing your sebum level without diminishing your natural skin oil. So the more your skin gets dry, the more your chances of getting aged becomes faster, okay. So a little bit of natural moisture has to be retained, at the same time the infection and inflammation has to be also controlled. So this is the thing. And apart from that, general care of drinking plenty of water, fruits, and morning and evening face wash, okay. And if you people there are people who use makeups in the daytime when they get to work, so if that is there, cleansing the skin properly, removing the makeup properly before they go to sleep, and applying a night repair serum. So all these things helps your skin to have a good texture, as well as prevents it from infection.
Great. Another most frequently asked question in this list is about hair fall. Lot of people are facing hair fall, and some of them even baldness. So what can be the remedy for hair fall?
Yeah, see, hair fall is again, there are vast number of causes for hair fall, and it's the most commonest problem now, and if I have to maintain, if I have to say one common cause which triggers hair fall, it's stress. That is the commonest cause. There is nobody who's without stress. Everybody is there with stress, and we unknowingly have certain amount of stress which we don't even realize that it is a stress for our body. So it is not only a physical kind of stress, but there are stress which we call it as chemical, okay, and there are stress which we call it as due to environmental. So this environmental is nothing but when we are in a AC environment, say for example we are sitting in an AC environment, we are constantly under that cold waves, okay, directly hitting our head. So this again causes a bit of hair fall. These are some of the commonest causes which I am talking about. Yes, of course, the baldness aspect which you were asking, like that's due to hormonal and it is genetic. Always genetic, so there should be a genetic history of baldness, so then only they are prone to get baldness. But these are all the triggering factors which on day-to-day life we ignore it, no. So a person working in an AC environment, a change of place, change of water, no usage of hard water, so all these things attributes to hair fall. So which can be avoided, no, if we are aware about that, we could avoid that. It's like that. And usage of chemical, which I was saying, no, usage of coloring now, so hair coloring has become a trend and fashion, no. So there is everybody who's doing, no, you have 15-16-year-old teens also now started to do their hair color. So this is like, yes, there are hair colors in the market which are safer, no, little bit safer. So you need to choose the right product. That is one thing. It is not that you should not color, you should not style. Of course, this is the age to do all that, okay. So you have to choose the right product. You have to choose a product which is ammonia free, and you need to choose a product which is also, see, there is one thing, many hair color brands comes with saying like it's ammonia free, but there is one major substance, damaging substance in hair color, which is called as PPD, okay. So most of the dyes do have PPD in them, okay, but we have at Vcare that we do have certain dyes which is PPD free, okay. So which is this kind of substance, no, the toxicity level with this PPD will be very much higher, okay. So choose dyes free of PPD, that is will be the best choice. And other thing what you have to do is like whenever you are using a hair oil or a shampoo, see to that you are using a shampoo which is sulfate and paraben free. So at Vcare whatever we have is based out of these kind of things. So these kind of usage of products and environmental care which we are having, and stress, of course everybody has stress, but spend some time, no, for relaxing, no, you have everybody will have some hobbies, so engage yourself in some or the other hobbies, spend 20 minutes for yourself, okay. And hair wash, which is a very, very important thing. Every alternate days hair wash has to be done. So just this is the basic care which everybody has to do. Some people have a fear that you wash your hair, you tend to lose more hair. No, absolutely no. If you're not going to wash your hair is going to get, no, there's going to be too much of grease, dust. All this will trigger infection or dandruff. So once you tend to get dandruff, then it is absolutely very difficult to treat. It keeps on recurring again and again. So if you are maintaining a proper hair hygiene, that will definitely help in having a healthy hair. Apart from that, food. Have a protein rich, iron rich food. Simple to say, have plenty of fruits, vegetables. This has iron, okay, and protein. Too much of nuts, dals and sprouts. So, and if you are a non-vegetarian, then preferably stick with eggs, fishes and all, at least 3 times in a week, 3 to 4 times in a week. Protein supply should be there. So if these all things are maintained, then your hair is good always.
Great. So doctor, surprisingly there are a couple of questions about premature hair, grey hair formation in the early 20s, early 30s.
Yes.
So how to prevent it? Many of them are asking, so how do you prevent grey hair?
Yes. First, before saying how to prevent, I'll tell why it is happening, so that you people, everybody takes little care into that, okay. So as I was saying, hair's major feed is protein, okay. So when there is lack of protein rich diet, you tend to get grey hair in a younger age itself. And if you have a iron rich diet, less iron diet, okay, poor iron diet, that again adds on to premature graying, okay. Yes, though premature graying, 70 to 80% of premature graying is due to genetic tendency. You should have a hereditary tendency in family. Somebody should have premature graying. That is early age itself, young age. See, normal age of getting a grey hair is after 35s and 40s. You should tend to start to get grey hair, but it is not mandatory that you have to get at 35s or 40s. There are people even at 45 also, they don't tend tend to gray that high when compared to the youngsters who are getting gray hairs now. Another thing is usage of products. As I was saying about coloring earlier, see, the coloring, whatever dye we are going to use, what happens is, what will that dye first do is bleach the hair, and then it will fill in that dye. So in that process of bleaching, what happens, you are more prone to get a gray hair. So whoever is coloring your hair in a younger age, they are more prone to get gray hair in a faster pace. So it is like that. So if we are choosing a right product, then absolutely you should not have to worry about that. And then little bit care on your dietary aspect is very, very essential. And we do have fantastic products for premature graying. We have a gray hair spray, as well as we do have certain kits based out of stem cells to suffice the nutritional requirement of the hair also. And we have a fantastic test. See, whenever we have a gray hair, it is because of certain mineral and vitamin deficiency. So we have a unique test which is called as hair mineral analysis test, which is not done anywhere across India. We are the only person to do that particular test, and it is even your blood test value changes every, today you're going to take a blood test, tomorrow you're going to take a blood test, it's completely going to be different. Okay, it changes. So but HMA values, whatever you are taking, it gives the exact analysis of all the minerals which is there in your body. It's deposited in our hair. If you all know, it is a very important identification tool in forensic and all. So it has so much of value. Okay, so whatever our body's damage is there, it's reflected in our hair and skin. We generally say hair and skin is like a mirror for our body. It reflects whatever problem is there inside. So this HMA test analyzes whatever defect is there in the body is reflected. These minerals are also deposited in the hair. So when we get a value in HMA, for example, if you have a calcium value which is high in HMA, means it is low in your body. That means there is improper absorption of that calcium happening in your body, so it is deposited more in your hair. Okay, so that's the inference we get. So which means if the calcium is low in your body, you're prone to get iron deficiency, which in turn affects your hair as well as your body. Okay, so this way we will be able to even identify any disease which you are going to get in next 5 years can be identified prior itself with this HMA test. And this also acts as a screening test for ruling out any health issues. If you're going to get, you can do a HMA, and then we can go with this. It will tell this particular organ is problematic, so you have to go with this liver function test for that person, or renal function test for that person. So like that, you can even analyze your entire body's health with this particular test, and your hair.
Many of us are facing underarm darkness. Even I go through that. So how do you overcome underarm darkness, even odor and all of that?
Yes, we do have treatments for underarm. Actually, underarm, what all care first we have to take is very essential. So whenever we are going to use a body spray, or when you are going to use a perfume, it's preferably better that we have a roll-on or a roll stick to be done on the underarm. And whenever we are going to whenever going to do an underarm shaving, or if they are going to do a hair removal there, it's wise advice is to go for a permanent hair removal through laser, instead of doing shaving or using a hair removal foam. All of these are irritants. They tend to cause darkness in underarm more. Okay, and you have to do them repeatedly. People have a wrong conception that misconception is like it will be very costly doing a laser. Absolutely no. You just calculate the cost of your shave razors and the cost of your foams which you are going to use. It is actually just 5 to 10% more than that. That's all. But it is a safe and permanent way of getting rid of hair under the arm. And whatever pigmentation which is already there, underarm pigmentation is not only because of that. Another is sweating. Excessive sweating in the underarms can tend to cause this. So that's the reason why I have said this roll-on. This roll-on, they tend to prevent too much of sweating happening in the underarm. Okay, so that way you can prevent a little bit of darkness happening there. And another thing is, you have to have peel. There are milder chemical peels which can be done on underarm, which gives a lighter complexion of the underarm, and it can be maintained perfectly like that.
Since we don't have so much time to for you to answer all these questions, why don't you give our followers a quick skin and hair tip?
Definitely, taking care of skin and hair is very essential, because the more you're going to take care of it, the better it is going to look, and you are going to look younger always. It's like that. So generally for skin, as I said, always have a cleansing, toning, moisturizing regime. So this is mandatory. Okay, so every time you cleanse, you have to tone your skin, and then you have to moisturize your skin. This is the you should never forget this formula, no matter it may be men or women, anybody for that matter. So you have to choose a right cleanser, right toner suiting to your skin type. So everybody has, see, there will be a skin type of dry, oily and combination skin. Okay, that is with T-zone alone oily. So accordingly you need to choose always, as I said, for a dry skin choose a cream based product. Okay, for an oily skin always choose a lotion, water based product. This is all what you have to look in for skincare. And night repair serum is mandatory. You have to have some or the other night repair serum, so that you are as per your age pattern, you need to have some or the other night repair serum, so which will help in, because night is a time when your skin rejuvenates. So you need to give something during that time. It heals and repairs the skin and keeps it healthy in the day. So it is like that. And sunscreen is a mandatory protocol for skin care. Okay, so whenever you step out, don't forget to wear sunscreen. So these are the common basic things which you have to do. And then for hair, yes, as I said, every alternate day cleanse your hair, and lots of proteins and iron. Have nuts, seeds, and have sprouts, milk, egg. All these are protein rich food. The more protein rich food you have, the healthier hair you will have, and you will not even gray earlier also. So these are the things. And use a product which is safe, pH balanced, which is free of sulfates and paraben. So if people are going to do all these things, you will have a lovely hair and skin. Yes, of course we will lose our business. So that is okay, fine, but still you can have good hair and skin.
Thank you so much, doctor, for your time. It was really helpful, all the answers. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Pleasure talking to you.
I really hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, please leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you.